Hello again, hikers, family, and friends. My hiking partner James and I went on a hike today. Just wanted to share that with you. We started just south of Crestview, as you can see on the right side of the screen, where the Florida National Scenic Trail comes out of the woods, out of Eglin. You sign out at the kiosk, and then you head north through Crestview, over west to Milligan, then Holt, and south of Holt before it comes to its conclusion. 21.5 miles. It had to be done. We don't love road walks, but that's part of the trail. I do want you to notice the blue blaze, which is the spur out of Eglin, the Cimarron section. Hikers, whether you're northbound, southbound, or just a day hiker, don't miss this section. It's beautiful. And one day, as you see the blue line going across toward the southern part of Holt, there will be a bridge that crosses the Yellow River, and this will become the official Florida National Scenic Trail, and it will cut out the road walk altogether. So don't miss this section. Add an extra day and go do it. However, if it's rainy, the wet season, there's been a lot of flooding, don't go. It's lowland and you'll have an issue. Also, make sure you have your bug spray because there are a few ticks out there, and the chances of you finding one, or more likely one finding you, is 100%. Also, I did put up a video on my channel. It's entitled 17.6 Mile Hike at Eglin Air Force Base. That is the Cimarron section, so if you haven't seen that one already, check it out. Back to road walk talk, basically. I only put up 2 real videos on this video. The rest of it's just pictures, so you'll just see picture after picture of this road walk, because truly, how much video do you need of a highway or a road? So anyway, I won't bore you with all of the stories of the pictures. Just check them out. But one really remarkable thing that happened today is we left on our hike around 8:15. Well, 4.5 miles into the hike is the only point in which you actually cross over a highway or roadway on the entire hike. And when you cross it, a crosswalk at a traffic light in Crestview, north of the hill. In fact, speaking of that, I'll chase a rabbit for a second. When you get up to the top of the hill at Crestview, it's a long incline. You're 4 miles into your hike. That's the reason Crestview is called Crestview, because it all goes up to one point. You'll see in the videos later. It's not yet what you're looking at, but when you get back and you look toward the city, north of the interstate, looking back, you're at the crest of a hill. And there's a beautiful view there, so that's where Crestview comes from. But anyway, north of that, we crossed at a signal, and who would we cross right in front of but James' daughter-in-law, Catherine, and his grandkids, Addie and Alistair. So we were able to, well, first we didn't know it was them until she called him and said, "Hey, we just about ran you over." But we were literally right there next to their bumper. We could have touched the vehicle. It was amazing. Only God. But anyway, back to road walk, basically. Just a bunch of pictures you're going to see. There'll be a couple videos, one of me talking, another of some other sound that you'll hear, which is worth the wait. So I hope you enjoy that. So we are just leaving the metropolis of Crestview, which for me, it wasn't so bad. I've never been on this road walk, this area, to see old Crestview. And James was able to give me history about a lot of places. So for me, it wasn't so bad. Now, he's grown up around here, so a little bit more boring for him, but so now we're heading toward the community of Milligan. I think I said that right. And then on to Holt. So I think we're about 8 miles, 7 or 8. I think it's 8 miles into it on the day. At least we're out of people, crosswalks, signals, and so on. So now we shouldn't have to stop and go as much. I think we'll just have more of a country road, John Denver kind of finish. Today's hike was only my second road walk that I've ever been on. Last year, James and I did a 6.5 mile road walk as part of a bigger hike when we were in the Weaver Creek section, finishing the Eglin portion of the Florida National Scenic Trail. And then today's hike being the 21.5 mile hike on the Florida National Scenic Trail. But anyway, this morning I got up at 5:15 before heading over toward Crestview and spent some time with the Lord, and I was in Isaiah 35, and verses 8 through 10 says, "A highway will be there, a roadway, and it will be called the highway of holiness. The unclean will not travel on it, but it will be for him who walks that way, and fools will not wander on it. No lion will be there, nor will any vicious beasts go up on it. These will not be found there, but the redeemed will walk there. And the ransomed of the Lord will return and come with joyful shouting to Zion. With everlasting joy upon their heads, they will find gladness and joy, and sorrow and sighing will flee away." And I just started chewing on that, how only God can coordinate things like he does. Even something as simple as talking about no vicious beasts will go up on it. We were concerned that we'd have some vicious pit bulls and such in some of the areas we were going to have to walk through, especially toward the end of the hike. Now, the only beasts we found were a few dogs that were loose, but they were friendly, wagging their tails with no issues. But the highway of holiness, makes me wonder, can you be in a dry land? Can you be in a valley of dark shadows? Can you be in the depths of depression? Can you be in these other things that we all deal with in life and still be walking on the highway of holiness? I think so. The only prerequisite as found in this scripture is that we are the redeemed. You have to be redeemed to walk on the highway of holiness, the ransomed of the Lord. So my question is, are you redeemed? Today's hike took us 7 hours and 7 minutes. We had an elevation gain of somewhere around 560-ish feet. As I said before, a road walk is not on our list ever of hikes that we want to partake of. However, it has to be done. James and I both are purists. We don't ever want to skip sections and tell somebody later in life that, oh yeah, we hiked the entire Florida National Scenic Trail. Oh, but we didn't finish the road hikes. I don't think you can walk an entire trail without finishing all of the parts of the trail. So road hikes are what they are. When we pass vehicles, or should I say when they pass us at high rates of speed by the hundreds over 7 hours, and knowing that any one of them could just take us out, that's not exactly the relaxing times that we enjoy on our hikes. However, that's a payment we are willing to make to be able to say that we have finished the course. Much like life, are we going to finish well? Good, bad, and indifferent. We've got to walk through what we've got to walk through. We have a desire to finish the Florida National Scenic Trail. We'd love to do a through hike, start at point A to B, start to finish. But if not, we're working on getting the sections done so that we can at least say we've section hiked and completed the Florida National Scenic Trail. The Eastern Continental Trail is another trail that we're interested in, and after we finish the Florida National Scenic Trail and then the Appalachian Trail in 2020, the only sections we'll have remaining are the 200-plus miles of road walk down from the Key West to Miami area, and then another 220-mile road walk in Alabama, then the Pinhoti Trail in Alabama, then the Pinhoti Trail in Georgia, then the Benton McKay Trail in Georgia leading to the Appalachian Trail. We'll have already done that. And then there's 700-plus miles north of the Appalachian Trail on the International Appalachian Trail that ends up in Quebec at the ocean, which completes the Eastern Continental Trail. Wow. Okay, so it's good to have goals. God willing, good health, time, money. We'd love to be able to say we've done all that. But in the meantime, we'll enjoy our smaller sections. As you're seeing here, we're finishing up. That trail behind me there is where we began one of our last trails, the Weaver Creek section. This right now is what you're looking at, is what we've done from Defuniak Springs at Highway 331 all the way to the boat ramp at East Bay in Holly Navarre. And we also have done the 50-mile spur, 46, plus we added some miles in Alabama of the Florida National Scenic Trail. So that's what we've done. We have a continuous thread, if you will, now from Highway 331 to Navarre boat ramp. Okay, so that leaves us 32.3 miles left from East Bay Boat Ramp in Holly Navarre to the northern terminus of the Florida National Scenic Trail, which is at Gulf Islands National Seashore at Fort Pickens. So what we're planning on doing in the next month or so is take a backpacking trip overnight, camp out on the beach, do half of the trip one day, have a good evening under the stars on the beach, finish up the next day. So look for that video coming soon.